Hey class, welcome to weeks 13 and 14. That's right, it's a 2-for-1 for this week. This video will be going over what you're going to be doing for the next 2 weeks. And then there's also a video in the assignments folder that will be going over your final project, which you'll be working on these 2 weeks and then the following week after that. So basically, don't look too sad about this, but basically, this is it as far as new content being given out, and this is it for new video. Last videos you got to watch and wrap up these next 3 weeks all with the videos that you're watching this week. So this is the last you'll have to endure of me on your screen. All right, let's get right into what you'll be doing. So like I said, we're in week 13, but this is going to be weeks 13 and 14 that you're working on this. And you've got 3 chapters to read, 11, 12, and 13. These chapters deal with broadcast journalism. So they're talking about TV, they're talking about radio, and then one of the chapters is dedicated to web, which I know is a little funny to talk about because we think of print reporting. So when we talk about the written word, we just assume websites now. But there are still some news publications that write traditional for web, or for print, for physical newspapers. And then there's some publications that are just for the web. And one of these chapters, I'm trying to actually remember off the top of my head which one it is. I think it's 13. But one of the chapters is focusing solely on what are the distinctions when you are writing for the web, right? When you're writing something that's not going to end up in print, it will just be for a website. There's a little bit of a different style and different techniques that you're doing. So it talks about those distinctions. As far as broadcast journalism, and broadcast again, TV or radio, yes, it is spoken, it's visual for TV, and it's spoken, for radio. So even though you think of broadcast, well, yeah, there's no reading involved, there's still writing involved. Someone has to write those scripts, right? Somebody is writing those packaged news stories, and it's different than the way you write for a story that will appear in print, right, in a newspaper or online. It's different than the written format, but it is still a structure to it. There's still a format. A lot of the tenets, a lot of the key foundational lessons that we've been learning throughout the semester for journalism, they use it, right? That is a part of the way you write for broadcast, but there are some distinctions. There are some differences in the way that you do it stylistically. And so it covers those, right? And that's what you'll be learning in these 3 chapters. If you take a look here, unlike the other weeks for the quizzes, I'm going to open up my due dates tab here. You'll see that the last quiz, let me get to the correct month here. The last quiz here, quiz 7, is due the 8th. So you have 2 weeks to complete this. Hence the weeks 13 and 14. You've got 2 weeks to get these chapters done and get that quiz done before that due date in 2 weeks from now. What you'll also be doing is what I've got right below this is you're working on your final assignment. Going back to the due dates here, you'll see your final assignment is due on Friday. I'm going to make this very clear in the video for the assignment for your final project. I know we have been doing the pattern of Sunday, but this will be our end date, that Friday the 13th, 11:59 p.m. All right, so it is still about a week later than the quiz on the 8th, but it's not a full week later. So once again, it's on that Friday. That is your due date. So I'm going to be going over in the assignments folder your final project. And of course, read news every day. You have now gone through it all. You've done hard news, you've done features, you've done an op-ed. So hopefully what you do is continue that habit if you have formed it, and I hope that you have. You take that habit with you after you leave this class, and now you've gotten into the habit of reading news every day a little bit, understanding the differences between stories, what makes something hard news, what makes something a feature story. And now that you have that basic understanding and appreciation, I hope that you carry that habit with you. What I really hope is that you've started finding it enjoyable, right? That you look forward to learning about the news, that you look forward to seeing the craft and the writing and how a story is portrayed. So hopefully maybe that love has been instilled in you, and if it has, that's even better, because that will be a quality and a skill that's going to serve you really well if you take it seriously. All right. So make sure that you watch the assignment, the video in the assignments folder that goes over your last big written assignment, your final project. Of course, you got 1 quiz left there. And then all grades will be submitted about a week after you submit your final project. All grades will be submitted there, just like we've been doing on Blackboard, so you'll be able to see what your grade is see the feedback that I give you on your final project, and know what you got for the class because it will be updated in Blackboard. While I'm not making another video for the end of the semester, I will have some written communication with you. I'll send you reminders, of course, on Blackboard, and if anything comes up, you'll be hearing from me that way. And also, if you do run into a problem with the final project, a question, or like anything with the semester, if there is something that you need to talk to me about, please email me. If we can't resolve it through email, we can still meet and Zoom and have a conversation, like I've done with many of you throughout this semester. What I'm trying to say is, just because I'm not formally releasing a video now for the next few weeks, does not mean that I'm checked out, and off having a margarita somewhere and not invested in the class. If we need to meet and you see there is a problem, I'm still here. I'm doing this live with you. We could meet at any time and go over your concern or feedback or whatever it may be. But otherwise, if I don't hear from you, I'm assuming everything is humming along, and you can pace yourself now for the next 3 weeks on how you're going to get that work done and complete this semester. If I don't talk to you on Zoom or in any other way through email till now to the end of the semester, appreciate you taking the class, putting in the work, putting in the effort. Many of you have seen grow throughout the semester. I expect that will be the case also for this final project, and see you guys have absorbed the lessons and now executing it and feel very comfortable. So I expect to see that. It's always gives me a lot of joy to see at the end of the semester when I've seen students grow throughout, and I can tell that they have those core lessons are starting to become ingrained in them. So I expect that to be the case for many of you, and it does give me great joy, and that's a big testament to you because you've had to put in the work to do that. So I appreciate everything that you've done. If you have any questions, again, please let me know. Even after this class, you can always email me. I don't check my email as frequently after the semester, but I will get back to you if you send me an email in the future. So please stay in touch. All right. Thank you so much for your work. Looking forward to seeing all the final projects that you turn in, and I hope to see you around, virtually or in person one day.